Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Murray. Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Talk Street. Poverty has a face, and our friends at CitySquare are now one of Dallas's largest providers of poverty-fighting programs. Joining me today is Larry James. He is the Chief Executive Officer of CitySquare, and alongside is Lisa Ciminelli. She is CitySquare's Director of Neighbor Support Services. So this is the Lisa and Larry show then, right?
Thanks, Scott.
How are you? It's great to see you again, Larry.
Doing very well. Thanks for having us.
Let's get right to it and talk about all the wonderful things that you have done for so many years, but the mission of what you do day to day, and you've been a wonderful guest in the past, but just for those viewers that might not know what you do.
We're working really hard to fight the root causes of poverty in 4 major areas. We work on hunger issues, health-related issues, housing, and then just a broad category of hope that includes public interest law, neighbor support services that Lisa's going to talk about, workforce training, AmeriCorps placements, summer lunch, and it just kind of goes on and on. But we're attacking the causes of poverty in a very comprehensive way across a broad waterfront with lots of programs and a lot of partners in the community with whom we work.
How many years has it been?
25 years next year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was close to a quarter of a century.
I've been there 18 years.
Okay. And without embarrassing you, I ran into some folks at another nonprofit that I was involved in the other day, and your name came up, and everybody, oh my goodness gracious. So your legacy is out there. So thanks for all you continue to do.
Thank you. Dallas is a very gracious place.
Yes, it is. Indeed it is. This whole North Texas area. Lisa, that said and done, he refers to the fact that what you do, bring us up to date, what your day-to-day duties are.
Well, what we do on a regular basis, and I'm supervising staff who are out there every day with our neighbors. They're working with our homeless folks who are living on the streets. They're providing case management services in our housing programs. They're working with everyone that walks into the food pantry who needs services above and beyond food. They're on the ground with folks, meeting them exactly where they are.
Somebody out there today that might be watching and says, oh gosh, I passed this fellow or this woman on the way to work every day, or gee, that fellow that I saw at the gas station the other day really seemed like somebody that would love to get a second chance and be involved in whatever. And I just wondered, how do you reach out to some of those people, or how do they find you, or how do you reach out to them? How does that all work?
In terms of volunteers,
exactly
or bringing
right.
folks
exactly
in?
Right.
Oh, please, at some point, look us up on the internet, or hopefully you'll flash our phone number.
Well, I'm gonna ask you for your website, so go ahead and give it to us right now.
Well, it's www.citysquare.org.
So pretty easy, citysquare.org.
Yes, that's
so
it.
if somebody wants to get involved, all they've got to do is go there and give you a call, huh?
Call us, and we can outfit you with anything from behind the scenes to out on the streets.
There's so many organizations out there. I just wonder what makes CitySquare so unique, because you hear it talked about in such a positive way so much and so often. What is it that sets you apart?
You know, I think it's the people and how we're allowed to interact with the folks on a very human level. This is the first opportunity I've had as a social worker to actually be out in the community with our neighbors and have a real conversation to be able to affect someone's life the way they want to meet their own goals.
In times past, I've asked Larry for a story or something. Something comes to mind that I'm sure you've got millions.
Wow.
But is there one that touched your heart, maybe a short story that you say, you know what, I know I'm making a difference. We're really having an impact on those people that need us most?
Just one story, Scott? Okay.
Well,
my office is actually in the food pantry. And every evening we close at 4:30. There's an outside area where folks kind of gather during the day. And of course it's cleared out in the evening. I was probably leaving some night at about 7 o'clock, going out the front door, and there's a gentleman, and he's kind of decided that's where he's going to sleep for the night. And so every evening what I do is I stay late enough so that I can have a conversation with him, because he doesn't want to come in during the day. And so from there, we were able to connect him to our own homeless outreach team, who brought him then to the bridge. And there were some setbacks, but Charles is now living in his own place. He's going to regular support meetings for his addiction, and we see him every once in a while. He comes back to say hello to us.
That's my favorite part of the show, because we hear stories like that. you see, you become a difference maker in somebody's life. I mean, it simply doesn't get any better than that. Is that why you do this? Why did you jump on board with CitySquare?
Wow, CitySquare, originally the name was Central Dallas Ministries, and that's when I learned I worked at a different nonprofit organization, and I brought my families to CitySquare to take part in the food pantry. While I was there, I was able to see the services that were provided, and so I applied for work continually for over a 2-year period.
To get a job
And
there.
until they couldn't say no.
That speaks volumes, doesn't it?
I think it does. It's really all about respect and dignity. There are no throwaway people. We're all in this together. We're really all basically the same. We're all rich. We're all poor, just in different ways. And so to encounter a neighbor in a very human way, as Lisa has described so well, it's what it's all about. And it's through that relationship and that respect that people have a chance to move out, move up, move on.
I've got about 15 seconds left. Lyle Lovett's coming. You need to make money to continue your mission. Tell us about that very quickly, when it is.
That is Friday, September the 7th.
So it's coming up.
It is coming up.
Okay.
8 o'clock at the Majestic, and there are still sponsorships to be purchased with tickets to go along with that.
CitySquare.org.
That's right.
That's it.
Fantastic. Larry,
Thanks, Scott.
for
Always.
all these years you continue to do. Lisa?
Thank you very
I think you made a
much.
good decision.
I think so
All right.
too.
Thanks to you both. Lyle Lovett coming up this Saturday, or this Friday night. So that sounds like some good stuff. In the meantime, we've got more good stuff coming up here on 5 Talk Street. Don't go away.